Getting collections deleted from your Experian credit report. What up, you got Mr. Smith, point five of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video I want to talk about getting collections deleted in general, but specifically I'm going to talk about Experian due to the fact that this is a letter from a client. I don't want to show any personal information, but if you can see it, cool. Okay. But yeah, it's from Experian, and some collections that got deleted, about four to be exact. Let's see. Deleted. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of these collections were deleted. I want to talk to you about the ins and outs of deletions of collections in general, as well as hers in particular, and how it can help you, benefit you as well. If you need assistance because you're busy and you don't have the ability to mail off letters back and forth, then definitely click one of the available links below so you can set up a consultation and we'll take care of you. However, if you don't mind doing it yourself, then we got a free credit class as well as a credit challenge that you can get involved in that'll allow you to learn how it works, the process, things you need to do, and you will have an opportunity to get access to a blueprint, step-by-step process on how to go about getting items deleted off of your credit report. In addition to that, letters and all of those things that you'll need in order to succeed as it relates to your credit. So collections, let's talk about it. This is one that a lot of people are interested in getting deleted, rightfully so, because it's one of the things that hurts your credit more than most, because it shows that, okay, not only was it late payments involved, it also defaulted, and we had to go to the extreme measure of selling it or doing a charge off or repoing or whatever the case may be. So it shows as a bad thing on your credit report. So I understand getting it removed. However, it's some things about the process that typically benefits the consumer, that being you or whomever has a collection on their report. It's some things that are on the report that are usually being reported in a way that can allow you to use the laws that work in your favor, the FCRA, Fair Credit Reporting Act laws, to get those things removed. Why is that important? Because even though you might have had late payments, even though you might have had to go into a collection on particular accounts, even though these things are very well possible and or true, the fact of the matter is, if they don't do what they're supposed to do on their end, then the information is being reported inaccurately. And if the information is being reported inaccurately, then it shouldn't be on your report to begin with. So the information that they put on your report has to be accurate. So one of the things you want to do is discover inaccuracies that you see, whether that's inaccurate last activity date, inaccurate amounts, name spelling, addresses, and the list goes on. There's quite a few different points that you can look at. Inaccurate last activity date is one that I've definitely used to get things deleted, due to the fact that if they show a last activity date that doesn't match up across the board, then somebody is off. That's one. Secondly, a lot of times it may show a last activity date for the current year, but the collection happened 4 or 5 years ago. And usually what that means is it reported this year, but you had no affiliation with them. So that is definitely a tell sign of an accurate last activity date. So just some few things that you want to look at. But this is what you got to understand. With the fact that inaccuracies being on your report can get things deleted, one of the first parts of the process that you can go through is just getting them to verify, because it's not even saying that you don't owe the debt. It's not your debt. You're just saying, listen, I see this on my report. I would like you to verify that this belonged to me. That's no harm, no foul. I just want you to verify that this item that you are reporting belongs to me. And that's a powerful place to be in, because now you place the burden of truth on them. You put them in a position to where they have to get that item and verify that item and prove that that item is yours. So now, if they have to prove that it belongs to you, you're not saying it's not yours. You just want them to go to the measures or through the measures that say that they have to go through it in order to prove that it belongs to you. In many cases, they may send you a letter, and it could be a style tactic, could be accurate, but basically they'll say that this item is accurate, meaning that they're saying that it belongs to you. From there, you can transition into going into the method of verification. You're like, okay, you said it was verified, no biggie. Now I want to know what the method was that you used in order to verify. What was the method of verification? So if you ask for a method of verification, it's a letter for that. That method of verification pretty much breaks down how, or they have a checklist of things that they have to use in order to prove that that item belongs to you. And if they do not prove it, then they are supposed to remove it. So those are just a few things that you can use in order to get collections deleted off of Experian as well as other bureaus as well. But just understanding that it's inaccurate information that has to be verified. If it's not verified, then they're supposed to remove it by the laws that protect you. Because this is what you have to understand as it relates to the collection agencies that may hold those new accounts. You never went into an agreement with those collection agencies. You never established a relationship with them. You never signed anything with them. They just bought the debt or whatever it was from the initial entity. So with that being said, how is it that you owe that person that you never went into an agreement with? So keep that in mind. And once you understand it from their perspective, then you'll look at it like, okay, somebody already made money off of the fact that this thing went into collections. Because typically what has happened is they sold it to a collection company. So now the collection company paid them something, and in their eyes, they're like, all right, something is better than nothing. And now the goal of the collection agency is to collect on their debt. And they're just saying, hey, you know, if I paid $1,000 for it, if I can get at least $2,000, then that was a profit. So it's just a business model. Nothing wrong with it. You know, get it how you live. But that's just the fact of the matter. So by understanding that, you position yourself to be in power. And then sometimes what happens if it's a charge off, the company has pretty much taken a tax deduction on that item. So they're like, hey, look like I'm not going to be able to collect. I want to take this as a loss in my books at the end of the year. And that tax deduction that they're able to take on the books allows them to be more profitable, or allows them to at least legally minimize their tax liability. So that being said, I hope that was helpful. I hope that benefits you. Let me know if you have any videos that you would love me to dive into. If you haven't already, grab a free credit class or get in line so you can be a part of one of our upcoming 5-day credit challenges, depending on when you're watching this video. So that being said, that's all I got. Mr. Smith signing out.